Can you get me home? Or will you lead me to another place before I overload into the mess of all our broken ways? Give me a signal.
You know what, guys? We started the show, so, well, we're going to end it. This is it. Game number 5, the last one of the day, and only 4 teams can make it through to tomorrow's grand final. My name is Sims, and this beautiful man is Boogie. And tomorrow, it's the end of the road. Best of 7. All the last 4 weeks' action comes to the end, but
It's not the end of the road, the end of the road.
not the end of the road for today. We've still got this final server to get things underway. And I tell you what, Dig have just thrown everything in the air. That was a belting game from them.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was quite massive as the way they actually managed to stay together for most of the game as well.
Yeah.
And it's not an achievement that you currently see today, especially in this particular server. Most of the teams that finished the games were finishing on 3s, on 2s. This time around, though, Dignitas really pulled through, and they did a beautiful job with that as well. I love the way they weren't really finding the last enemy on the map. Bit of a search on Destroy, and it did occur indeed. There we go. Now you can hear me properly.
I've got you.
Yes, you do. I know. Thank you so much. Yeah,
It's very sexual.
it's very.
It's very nice. It's very nice to me. Anyway, it's
I've
going
heard you compliment
as
me
you can
off
see,
when I was off the
it's getting
studio.
a little bit late, so we're just
Yeah.
going to keep going with it. But I tell you what, it's been a good evening. It's
Sure has, man.
it's nice doing something a bit different like this and coming out to Sweden and doing this event so far. And GLL's been bang on. But tomorrow is when things, again, we kind of keep touching on it. It really does start to heat up, start to spice up. There's a lot of things going on. We've got the prizes to give out. You know, GLL have had these helmets handcrafted. They're pretty amazing. I'm hoping we manage to get one for casting this, you know.
Yeah.
Sell out.
Maybe helmets with the microphones attached.
Oh. Patent pending. I like it. Mike's
Wait,
up
is it
level
patent
3.
pendant or pan pendant? I'm sorry for that one. I'm not. I'm sorry. I
Go
apologize for nothing.
Go home and go to bed right now. This is getting weird. You know what? Enough about us talking.
Let's tell them, though, why they're fighting for it tonight. Those top 4 places, right?
And let's see who's actually currently at the top. Let's see if they can stay there because we're going into number 5.
Ooh, this is the last match,
Well,
right?
this is. And look at that.
the points.
That's bad boys, that.
Holy smokes. So if we thought it's actually a lot for 295 for the previous match to end on, look at that beauty. Almost 400 freaking points. And a lot of them coming in, of course. Half of them are actually coming in, or very close to half of them coming in just from the kills. 23 frags for Team Dignitas. They've made their way through to the chicken dinner. Not by easy means whatsoever.
That's such a differentiate compared to look at everybody else behind them.
Yeah.
I mean,
they pretty much killed everyone else, so
They
there was
did.
not a
No
lot
one
of
else
frags
could get
left.
kills. They just slapped them all around. That is literally Team Dig showing exactly what they can do when things go their way and when they were
Team Big Dignitas. Right.
showing up. I mean, I got the hashtag Dig win. At the moment, it's looking that way. 520 points, top of the board. That has done exactly what it needed to do for Dignitas. It's also give them a little bit of a buffer. You know, there's, 30, around 50 points, 45, 44 points difference between number 2.
You got there, almost there. Good
still,
maths.
I'm not quick math. That's for sure.
I think
2
I'd be
plus
neither,
2
man.
equals 4 and all that stuff.
But you have to say this, right? So the top 4 are going to be Dignitas, Azimuth, Envious, Set to Destroy X at the moment. But this final match might just turn the scores around. Just consider this. Chicken Dinner is worth 200 points, right? And kills are worth, well, you saw how much they're worth. Incredible amounts as well. So there's a lot of teams in there that can actually turn this one around and bring themselves up in that precious top 4 because... well, those are going to be the stars that are going to be playing in tomorrow in the finals. That's why they're fighting for only 4 teams tonight. Only the top 4 teams tonight will be making it to the grand finals that will happen at the same time tomorrow. So I think there's going to be some commotion in the top 4 places. I'm not too sure it's going to be sticking the same, but I do think Team Dignitas are still going to be somewhere on that podium.
And just been told a little update as well for you guys. Apex won't actually be in the last match. They have forfeited, so they're not going to be with us, unfortunately. We'll say goodbye to them. You're sorry?
They're not going to be on the last match.
No, I've just had an update. They have forfeit, so they won't be in there, which kind of, again, shakes things up a little bit more. Honestly, this could go either way, but the one thing that is for sure is that you guys, and along with all the other players that are playing tomorrow, will be eyes on the prize now, kind of seeing who's going to be in there, how these teams are playing out, because it gives them information. It says, okay, well, we've had info, we know how these guys play, we know where they're going to go, or at least a rough little guess, a rough little idea. We'll see how things kind of pan out. Tomorrow, though, is where it all It's all going to kick off. Best of 7 is going to be incredible to watch. Make sure you tune in. Remember now we're on Snipe TV. Also over Global Loot League 2. And that's a number 2. You can watch the map in real time as we're casting. You can see the map on a secondary monitor. Get it up there. It's incredible. We're giving out the prizes. And I believe GLL are also giving information on Season 1. Obviously, this is 2017 preseason.
Yeah, there's got to be some juicy bits in there tomorrow.
Very, which I think that's what you're going to be looking forward to. I mean, if you've seen already what's happened in the preseason.
Then you know it's going to be a fantastic show to start the first season as well. So, ladies and gents, without further ado, we would like to extend this invitation. We opened the door warmly for you tonight, and we will open the door all the same for you tomorrow evening. We would love to see you at the same time, at the same place. But until we get there, we've got one more match to go through. And
Come on,
that
then.
keeps me happy.
Where do you want to see the final circle? What would make your evening complete? What would you like to see?
The way I started it is the way I'm going to finish it. Jarky Circle would make Boogie happy. You know?
Why do you like that?
I love that place, man. It's just so...
It's potential water, though.
Yes, but
You just let that go off.
a lot of the map is potential water. No, listen. Most of the map is potential water. It doesn't happen there often enough.
No,
We
it
don't
don't.
get to see it in competitive play. Okay, maybe I see it now and again. Maybe you see it when we're playing by ourselves. But even there, it's super, super rare. I think I got it like 2 times in my 600-700 hours.
I think
So-
I've only ever seen, even on the opposing side, maybe a Stalber once or twice.
Yeah,
It don't
yeah.
really go up that much.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
You got Pachinki. You get quite a lot of Milta, or Milta power, should I say? Kind of on that
Gatka
end.
opens.
Gatka opens. You get a lot of that. You get quite a
Military.
fair bit around between Novo or Millie.
Yeah.
I've had the hillside quite a lot from the aerial tower,
Hmm.
going to that little compound just on the side.
What was-
It's a curve of the hill.
Oh.
Don't get weird.
Are you into hills?
Don't get weird. All right.
Do you want some?
This
do
is
you
this
have
is this is
something
a
to tell?
hill. Okay, we'll go this way then. There you go. Does that look better? Nope.
No,
Okay.
that looks like you're groping it
Moving
from
on
the inside.
swiftly.
It's weirder.
The server's booting up. Please get me out of this because it's getting all really weird now. But yeah, no, we've had a good night. It's been a good laugh.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow's going to be incredible. Obviously, Forzen back in the hot seat, joining us
Yes,
again for the
sir.
grand finals.
He's been great to cast with, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been
he's
an
a
absolute
funny.
pleasure.
He's a funny dude.
He is a funny dude, and he knows his ish, man.
He does. He
Yeah.
knows PUBG.
Yes, he does, especially since he's been signed with Target Mafia lately now. He's got way more, like before that he had that theoretical knowledge that you and I do share. But now that he's inside the pro team, he knows how they think specifically, so he can come out with some really interesting nuggets.
The man's got a pan. The
Man's
man has
got
a Gamescom pan.
Hot man.
He did well and he put on a good show. He can
Yeah.
shoot. He can rotate. He knows his stuff, and it's good to have him on the show. And it's been good to watch you all how all this kind of watching it all unfold, how things have been going down. And
Yeah.
is there any particular team tomorrow that you think are going to be like someone we've really got to keep an eye on? Because there's some really good teams.
You're baiting me, man. So
I'm gonna-
There's so many good teams in there
Debate.
tomorrow. Yeah, debated. There you go. All of them. There you go.
Wow.
Match is about to start. It's the
Dodge
final one, and
the
we're going to be going to the
question.
plane. And it's going to be a scuffed plane nonetheless. North side completely and utterly forgotten. Nobody's going to be going there. The battle for the south will be quite fierce. I don't even know if people are going to be going towards George Ball, to be honest, with this with this plane trajectory. They can get vehicles from around Pachinki, from and around Gatka. They could go on the South Ridge as well, trying to get vehicles close to Primorsk, between Fair Pier and Primorsk, and then make their way towards the north side there. We see teams like Tempo Storm still holding on to their plane. And there you go. Envious will be going towards Gatka, perhaps going for the vehicles south of that, and then heading towards George. But yeah, what a pair of scuffed planes we've seen tonight. But still, teams managed to do the best with what they've got.
Yeah, I suppose this is the whole point of this game, right? You have to deal with the hand that you've been dealt, and this is generally the story of what we keep talking about and what we keep touching on, and various other different bits and bats, so to speak. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Absolutely nobody, and I do mean nobody, is going to be up in that northern region. Stalber, Severny, Georgia Paul, everything is absolutely clear.
King in the North. Rip King in the North.
Yeah, the North's dead.
Absolutely.
It's the wall's up.
You know nothing, Richards. No. What? All right.
That's actually where I'm from. Not directly, but like kind of that area where I
Snow?
live. If you imagine Winterfell after it's burnt down, that's pretty much where I'm from.
It's Leeds, isn't it?
Yeah, that sums up Leeds in one perfect swoop.
I'll see you in Dublin, then you feel like home.
Woo, hey, spicy. Let's talk more about this then. So Milta Power. We got teams in there.
Oh,
Bish,
okay.
Bash, Bosh, would you look at that circle? Welcome
Ain't
to
that posh.
Sosnovka Island.
Yeah, there you go. Not one that we've seen before ever in our lives. And yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see all these teams rotate, because right now it's about 3 teams that are currently on the south side. 3, yeah, that's about it. And one of them is actually outside into Nova Repnoi, so you have to make their way even further down. And look at Yasnaya. So many of them are in there. Yasnaya dropped for Amiana, of
Can I
course.
just
You know that
jump in here really quickly?
Do
you think the play at the top, going for Severny, is it a good play because of how far away the circle is? Would you really go that far?
No.
It's.
That's
I think you're asking to die.
basically, yeah.
You're going to have to chase the blue. You're literally going to go in there, you're going to get a minute to loot, and then chase your tail. Meanwhile, Totality already taking an early battle over here in Yasnaya. Someone has the level 3 building. Someone goes down already. That's going to be Ox with a Tommy gun. 67 players remaining. Remember, we are missing one team because they did forfeit. Grenade comes down. He gets absolutely blown to pieces. That should be a very easy kill. Purdy as well. He had a belting game last time round. It's interesting to see him go down so early this round.
Yeah, it looks like the Hollywood Hammers stick true to their names. That nade does hit indeed hard on the head. And that will be Silky Meat coming in with a very good frag against Purdy. Totality, we're going to have to regroup now, play this one quite safely. But look at the position of Smitty. He's all the way on the western side of Yas. He's at the double houses right now. And he's not going to have an easy pass wherever he chooses to go. Perhaps rotate all the way to the northern end and hope that Caliburn and Charco are not going to go to the same position, even though they might be tempted. After doing restaurant area, players usually go north. So, yeah, Smithy, bad spot for him. And his teammates are nowhere near. So that's a doozy, what we call in British terms, even though Ireland is not a part of Britain. Did you know that, Sims?
Let's not start this one. Okay, we're not going to go here.
All right.
Speaking of where people are going, here comes the rotation. Several people now. Well, it's going to be Dignitas moving in early. They come down across the left-hand bridge. They are actually going to meet a team, which is going to be incredible. They're going to meet early on. Suntouch has actually been battered as he approaches this one.
Yeah.
They're going for the little yellows, but
Still alive, though. That's all that matters.
these yellows, they're hitting them. They've already been looted by the team they've just seen.
But there is some relief to be found in there. There's nobody in that spot, so they can take a moment, they can take a breather to try and heal themselves up. So, yeah, Suntouch is going to be doing just that. Still 1 HP, still hasn't actually healed up. Schrader's going to be watching that angle as well.
This could be... He stood still.
This could be really, really devastating. Schrader, does Schrader actually only have a UMP? I'm not too sure. He seems to be firing that one. Just one bullet will do the trick. Suntouch seems to somehow escape unharmed. And unharmed, he'll keep on going on his little bike. For now, he'll be alive.
EG also decide it's time to move. Watts is the first one to pass the bridge, and away we go. They're all moving towards the backside of Sosnovka. They need to get past Millie because there are a hell of a lot of people that are actually inside there. This is the kind of the point where you would ask, do you camp the bridge? That's the bigger question. Do you want to sit here and just be a pain in the ass for these teams? Okay, so I'm going to ask you for it. This is your personal and professional opinion.
Yeah.
At which point do you decide, as a team that's playing at a high level, to decide to camp a bridge? Is it now for people coming into Melee?
Last game.
Yeah?
Is the only time that he actually decides to camp a bridge. If you're on the latest positions on the current scoreboard, the only chance to get up there is through points, right? So, what? Is that
That's the wrong grenade.
Wolfie is going to be held in at the moon because he doesn't actually get... Oh, he does. He actually does get a knockout onto God's speed. Not a lot of speed onto that one there. Naturally, he's going to be stopping at the end of the bridge there. Nope, actually, he's going to be keeping on going forward. But wherever they go, they're going to be plenty of enemies to go by. Wolf still goes at it. And it's going to be one that gets out of the car. It's going to be retaliation all the way. But Wolf doesn't manage to get the frag, so now he's going to be hoping to get at least a nade in there. He doesn't have that one, or else he would have popped it so far. He's got a stun nade, and he's going to be using it as well. Push now starts. Wolf taking a bit of a damage from the backside there. Now he's got to reload, actually. He's going to be swapping for the pistol. It goes for the finish, but it doesn't occur. Boom! Hits him hard with the M416, and that's going to be the end of that battle there. A res will happen as well. Wolfie, not a very, very happy animal right now.
I have to question that one. That was interesting to say the least. I can't really say for sure that was... He should have got that kill, man. He should have just nailed him inside the car, hit him point blank between the eyes, and he should have fallen. To be able to let him first aid, come back, and then kill him, and then potato all your bullets like that, and not actually finish the job off.
When you're young, you always want to nail them inside the car and then finish the job off, but it doesn't really occur this time around, right? It must have been an older Wolf. I'm not too sure what happened, but it didn't occur at all. I mean, the whole point is to get points, right? To score, because you're last in the placement on the scoreboard, right? Sims.
This analogy is taking a different path.
Oh no!
I will continue onwards. The path has gone down to military base where they're all coming in the back there. They've got plenty of boats down at the bottom. We're going to go back. There we go. So they're coming in from Primorsk. 1, 2, 3. 2 teams will actually pick up on Prim. You still got Cade and Envious all down the west coast.
Yeah.
That team in Severny's still there. That blue's
Team
going to
blank.
hit them guys hard. Kameshki's also got 2 teams that could potentially meet each other. One post all over on that side. Danny Lepovka. Yeah, there's... Anything could kind of happen at this point, especially when you're looking at Yaz. There's so many teams outside the blue that camping on the bridges could pick them up quite a lot of points. Valiant's going to take left-hand bridge. So untouched there from Dignitas. We got NIP in the water. What a surprise. Once again.
This is the third time I actually see them. Third time I'm casting it. Third time they're actually crossing for a Southside Circle. And something must be said about the way that they actually don't choose to use boats. They actually all the time manage to cross quite safely. Now, bit of a battle going on here. Set to destroy X might just be destroy themselves. Nice shots from Solid FPS. Not easy to connect with the AK, but he does somehow make it work. But only one, and that's not going to be good enough. Even if he keeps on going and going and going, this is not a battle that he can win. Set to destroy X, quite far from him, but he's unrelenting, man. I like it. I like this guy. He's very, very perseverant.
He wants a kill. If he gets a knock, it's going to be GG for that player.
Yeah, Trolls.
He really wants him dead, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Well, I don't care about the blue. I want this kill.
That is some commitment.
You got to remember, though, for C9,
Right,
every
solid.
single point
Stop.
matters at this rate. Every single point, because...
Yeah, but every single second also matters because Solid at the same time, he's so far from the circle as well.
I'm forgetting how far away they are. Unless you were going to try and kill them and take the boat.
We're gonna look at where Frolicker is as well. So they're all split apart.
Imagine if he's just
C9.
been
And
tagging
Moody's
them up
already
on
on
purpose.
Look at where Moody is as well, on the south side island.
Good God, they're all split. Imagine if he was tagging him up on purpose and giving him the information up to Frolicker so he can just try and finish the job.
Or Moody to try and finish the job because they're so split, right? They're going to be in the path of the boat anyway. Talking about path of the boat, another team that comes in to the path of Zyphon's bullets. Some of them connects, most of them don't, so that's another team that will safely and quite unharmed, unscathed pass away into the night. Rory did get dinked down, so Brooksy's going to be going for the res. But in the meantime, you see most of the teams coming into the circle now. Most of the teams have made their way into it, but there's still plenty of them out. Envious only have one member inside the circle, and that's going to be Venerated somewhere into Primorsk, but they do have a boat to work with, so at least there's that.
Envious also now finishing up on the west side. They'll come in. They've got a boat as well. We'll see Tempo kind of paying some rent and grabbing themselves some good footing over on the left-hand side just before they get to the bridge. Ashik and Gogi G just going to be wandering around. Dignitas also on that side of the island. Still plenty of bullets coming down. It's all just kind of, I mean, this is going to be 62 alive and everybody on Sosnovka. If everyone goes across, it's going to be a bloodbath. Everyone's going to want to get a compound. The entirety at the moment of Sosnovka is in. Frolicker finds himself a boat. I'm surprised he hasn't gone and picked up any of his teammates, to be fair, but they probably said, nope, just crack on.
I don't know what happens to Solid, actually. Perhaps you can look at the map one more time and find out if Solid actually has a boat of his own.
They're together. He's with Chappie. They're just
Yeah, he's
chilling.
with Chappie on a land vehicle. That's not going to be easy for them to get into the cross because they have to make their way to Sosnovka as well.
That's going to be a drive, no-stop kind of scenario.
Yeah. Oh, here's a bit of a fight. It looks like Karanko does manage to get a kill with the Scar. Oh, that's a good frank, and that's actually going to be good for Team GA Esports because they need the points, right? They need a lot of points. They're not currently at the very tippity top, so whatever frank they can find, they're going to be quite happy with it. Walter into the water, not spotted yet, it seems. They're not going to be chasing him because they don't know his position. Walter could go all the way around, but then again, you don't really have where to climb.
That hit him. Oh, my
What?
God. That actually... He's going for a second one.
Oh, here comes that second one as well. It's been two-shot. No, it's not. The Kobe in the water. And Karanko does the dirty deed and brings Walter down like a dynamite fish, man.
That's not the image that I had in my mind. Just dynamite fishing. Like,
Yep.
throwing two and managing to get it from it is incredible.
That was insane. The distance as well to be considered.
Lockwood
Beautiful.
dies from falling. Interesting. Feels bad, man.
Let's see if the fisherman gets caught himself. It doesn't look like VZ can connect any shots from that distance with the 7.62 and a moving car. Not going to be an easy task. So
Hey,
VZ
if
gives up on the
Solid
battle.
can take a crack at a boat when it's moving and land a bullet, to be honest with you, I believe. And all of a
can fly.
sudden, everybody who's just kind of on the crossover water area now needs to make landfall and work their way in. Chappie getting dinked up from behind. That's going to be Kala just out on the side there. Solid is going to hold the angle. He's going to hard peek this, I believe. Looking through the windows, he's getting smashed himself. He needs to drop down. First aid should come in. Hollywood Hammers laying down the hammer at the moment. And punched out his tires. That's the problem now.
Absolutely.
For Solid.
It's a big issue because they're far away from the circle. They're far away from the south side island. So Caliburn is
four
still
times as well.
Yeah, he's still keeping on this shoot.
And the angled.
Chappie has the right idea. He will manage to kill Caliburn, hopefully there.
Oh wait, has Solid turned around to help?
No, but look at this from Chappie.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Sorry, Chappie. Yep.
Potato! And a knockout occurs just after that. Caliburn sears his enemy, deeply so, and he's got a chance now against Solid FPS. Gonna go for the first aid kit, gonna have enough time to bob it there. Solid is gonna be making a move towards the south side there, trying to help his teammate out. Caliburn does not know exactly of the position of his enemy, but at the meantime, Solid knows exactly where Caliburn is because his teammate is giving him that information. Caliburn pushes. He gets knocked out from someone else. It's actually Silky Meat that gets the knockout, and Hollywood Hammers come out on top in this duel. And not only that, but now they've got plenty of meds as well to safely go into the
You
circle.
cruel man.
Oh, that's just disrespectful, man. Don't.
Can't do that to Chappie.
Man, poor Chappie.
Feels bad.
Starry-eyed right now. Let's move on to the south side, where Moody and Frolicker still alive. 9, but they have to group themselves because playing S2 is going to be that much harder. NIP also in a bit of a battle there in the military base, or at the edge of it. And it doesn't look like they're in a good position themselves, but they're putting in some good shots. Shredded now on 1/3, and Fear Me with just 5 HP.
Bog, zero fear whatsoever. The ACOG does its job. 4 times comes in with the M4. Tap, tap, tap. One player's pushed back. As you mentioned, NIP, they don't really have much ground to work with. Shredded just on the corner of the wall. He's edging his bets. Fear also gets tagged up as well. So now Bog's giving the information. Sweater, with the absolute distraction, comes in. He uses the go-kart and says, you know what, I'll make some noise. Hide the footsteps. Bog knows where Shredded is. He knows exactly where he is.
Shredded is going to get shredded.
Shredded.
Absolutely. Let's see if it does occur. Borg is so close to him, he can sniff his sweating bullets. But Fear Me peeks in from inside the house. Beautiful shot. And those ones connect at will, but Borg comes in from the behind angle there. It's going to be Shredded that falls down. Fear Me is going to be fearing himself. Sweating a bit of bullets. Switches to the shoddy double rifle in there. So that's a powerful one, not to be messed with. Borg takes his time. He knows he's got a powerful opponent in the inside, so we would much rather check out the angles on the outside window before he decides to make a move. Is he going to be going in? Well, he's going to be using a stun first.
He's going to hit the corner. He's going to actually land him. Doesn't hit him in the
blind.
face, though. Now we'll think, oh, it's time to run in. But the double barrel shotgun, the 6.86, it's so powerful. 1, 2, and I'll see you later, my friend. His body hits the floor. And NIP, well, it's RIP. They're all dead.
Rip indeed. They're going to be out of the map here. And Fear Me and his teammate, they're going to be quite happy with this achievement. They've lost one member, sure, but still, playing as 3 should be that difficult, all things considered. Now, Hollywood Hammers making their way towards the circles as well. A bit late to the party there. In the meantime, there's just 50 players left on the server, but they're going to be quite happy with that achievement. That means that they have a safer entrance into the next white, which is currently now being strangled in by the blue.
Moody, level 3, level 2. Running dual AR, I believe. Looks like it's going to be a 16 in a dream and an M4 for the automatic. Should he need to take a fight? Level 2 backpack. I expect him to have a fair few meds, and he just kind of needs to know that he needs to get as much placement as possible. Don't bother taking fights. Just look for survivability. He does, of course, have Frolicker still in play. They are split up, which I actually kind of like. You know, it's more of a... How can I say? It's more of a backup option, you know. If one falls, the other one can continue. Let's see if they rotate towards each. Ooh.
I don't like their split.
Not a fan?
With you. Not a big fan of that.
It feels like a last-ditch effort to kind of confirm top 4 for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of have to play back-to-back at this moment in time. Hashtag references. But you do have to play back-to-back. Just have the north and the south covered. But Moody is heading straight into danger. It doesn't look like he's going to be coming out alive. Now, I don't know, man. In a 1v4 situation, if he does come out alive, this would be an absolute miracle. Let's watch that fight. Let's watch Moody right now. Let's see how he's going to be faring up against Fignaldo on his own. Of course, it will be the boys of Set to Destroy X. Are they going to destroy Moody? Well, let's find out. Samurai in the meantime.
He's got a nice defilade to play off the back of. He can kind of rotate down either angle, but obviously you need to be careful of what's going on around there.
Oh, look at him.
He doesn't have a scope, though. He does have the level 3. Ooh, finds one. Fagnalo tries to run away from it.
Oh, what?
And with the final bullet, it finds its target, pings him in the face. He gets
Truce.
dropped, and now he's going to rotate around. Look at True's POV. He's looking at that tree. He doesn't realize what's going on. He's doing exactly what he should do. He's going to come from behind. He's going to get the angle. He'll be able to peek from this corner. Easy kill, but now he's giving away his position, so he needs to be careful. He's looking downhill there. Players are running directly. There's bombing towards him. In fact, as I say that, someone's actually dinked the player that were coming towards him.
Mm-hmm.
So they backed him off, and he's managing to stay alive. So C9, they've got another kill in the bag, which is another point, and still 2 of them alive. This is good work.
Not bad at all. But look
They've
at this
met back up
circle
as well.
Sorry?
It's even better. They've met back up and kind of what you
Yeah,
suggested.
well, there you
doing.
go. This is a. It definitely kind of boosts up their chances. It kind of bolsters their chance to actually end up in the top 10, right? Now, look at all the western area there. Most of the teams are on the outside. Some of them already trying to make their way in. And Team Blank are amongst those teams. Oh, look at Moody. He's found another squad to fight. In the meantime, Caliburn and Samurai are going to be dinged down. What a knockout for Caliburn. And it does look like the Hammers. Well, they're going to get hammered themselves at this moment in time. But a res is possible. However, Moody is already making his way from a side flank towards that boy shack.
They've just been copped from uphill. This is the team that he took a player from them earlier on. But look at the big battle that's going down in the northern apartments. It's all getting messy over here. One team tried to breach. And unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, it's the walking wounded. Edge just comes round the corner. Andrea gets knocked. The dink comes in, finds its target. Jam will get the bandage off, which suggests he doesn't have any first aids, which is not good at all. I'm seeing a grenade from Andrea. Will get thrown. Is it going to find a target? It does find a target, so there's one.
And now they know where he is. I think Andrea must have heard him run outside.
Yeah, this will be the fault, but this should be rip.
Not an easy time for Team Blank. One of the most aggressive teams in the world, if I may say so myself. If you were wondering who can bridge camp, it's going to be these guys. That's actually how they normally play. In the previous month or so, they've kind of actually adjusted their game style to a more passive approach, but still they will take on fights. Let's talk about fights more as VZ and Fury are pushing into their enemies here inside a very difficult place to breach. Let's see if they have any success. Got to reload the weapon there. 1 HP. How has he not spotted it's his own teammate? Okay, VZ's going to be still on pushing. Is that his own? Is that his own? It is his own.
To his own teammate?
I think he did.
Oh.
I mean, you know, in times of stress.
Either way. Yeah, okay, well, never mind. They are, unfortunately, in the firing line of a fair few squads, though. I mean, being up here, it's okay. It's a nice little position, but you're going to get caught from every single angle. Unless you go inside the bunker, but once you're inside there, you've got no escape route apart from walking out, and you're just going to walk into a fire line. So I'm going to sit there and say, oh, thank you very much. Down goes Moody. Frolicker now in a 3 versus 1 by the look of it for C9 to keep the dream alive. VZ hits the deck, hiding behind the concrete.
Let's go to Zyphon now. He's going to be knocked out as well by Frolicker. Froliker's still pushing forward, still pushing strong, but he's going to have to heal now. And look at this. This healer has an enemy squad just on his back. Silky Meat is going to be top of the lead there. And there's Caliburn as well to watch out for. So Frolicker really needs to get out of that bad position. And he will. Escapes a full squad, but for how long, I ask of you, because he's going to be in the open position. And he's running exactly into Liquids. Now taking even more damage. Frolicker, 2 HP on him or 3 HP on him, and he goes for a first aid kit. He needs to pop it up. As his enemies are pushing into him, but that's not going to be good enough. Caliburn does not get more than just a couple shots. What's going on here? Finally does the deed and brings Frolicker down. But that took him a while, man.
Cloud9 are out of time and out of the game, unfortunately. The last player does fall. Moving over now, looking at Tempo Storm. Valier. 2 players knocked. The walking wounded on screen. There's 1. There's 2. See you later, my friends. Let's find the rest of your mates and see where they are. We need some more points. Get themselves up the leaderboard.
Circle is coming in against them, so they need to make their way. But currently,
look at that,
the west side is completely clean
to work with.
Absolutely.
Which is great. And it all kind of comes down to this next circle. Where's it going to go and what's it going to do to everybody? Everyone's kind of pinched up in all their own little individual pockets and all their own little individual teams. Kaden, give him a sniper. The man's been on fire so far.
2 8Xs.
Look at that. If one want enough, here's the second one, my friend. There's
one
the
in front of the other.
Level
64X.
Can do it.
Perfect.
M24 as well, so happy days for him. And his teammate can, if they do have a sniper rifle, happily give it
Oh,
to
and
him.
look at Tempo Storm. They're going to be quite pleased with the circle, man. They could even take the compound that is south of them. They don't know if it's going to be breached or not, so they much rather play the edge of the forest that they currently have. The middle of the circle, this must be said, and we're currently looking at the map, but if you look at the actual play,
Oh, look at this.
the middle of the circle is quite wide open. There's not a lot of cover. That area that is kind of grayish doesn't have any kind of trees. There's a couple of rocks that you can actually defend in from. And there you go. One team already making their way to the only compound that is safe to defend from. Other places would include the north side fence, but that's about it.
It's a rough area, though, especially when you've got EG. Like now, you can see machine gunners just getting absolutely battered from behind because they, of course, do have an angle on him. That bunker's actually seen him fit. They're still inside the circle, so they can play off that one. Unfortunately, VZ and machine gunner, they have taken a bit of a liking towards around the plane.
Where is he going?
Dump area. He's going to pack it up here and just use this.
All right, there she.
Yeah.
Good night. Good fight. I
Bye.
suppose, yeah.
It was nice playing. Thank you.
Thank you for the game.
It was interesting. I don't think you realised that you just had, obviously, these guys up here chilling. Noble. Godspeed. Kind of by name as well. We did just see Godspeed there. Is he I mean, he just got rained on, didn't he? Speaking of rained on, we have another fight going on. It looks like VZ has copped for Tempo. Easy kills for him, the line-up. And he says thank you very much once again. More kills coming out for him, he's POV.
Oh.
More of Tempo falling.
Yeah,
and they're the guys that essentially were the closest to the circle as well.
Yeah, that is true. Space Station Gaming, though, made a move against them, and it looks like they've made it work so far beautifully. Those shots don't connect on the UAZ. So Zampa's going to be coming out of that one alive, and actually will be getting a chance to res, but that UAZ is a fickle friend. Runs straight back from where it should have been. Nate comes in, though. Valiati actually tries to put in some smokes to try and cover it off. His teammate's getting rezzed up. Now he's going to have to go for the medkit, but in the meantime, it's going to be VZ knocking about with the Midi 14. Zampa doesn't even try to get anything more on that res situation. He's going to have to go into the circle, but Zampa eats up a lot of bullets as well. It's just Luke staying alive for his own team. Can he get the res in time? Question is, because the circle is already strangling on them, even if they're at the edge, they're not going to have an easy time resing.
Silence Mini 14, and meanwhile, what's going on? Look at that. Undercover Pine just took out all of... That's completely all of Noble gone with a vehicle explosion. So 4 kills in the bag for him. We lose the team instantly down in the kill feed. Maluk trying to stay alive just on the corner there for Tempo. VZ's got other plans with Mini 14. He's got the 4 times. He's got the silencer on there. The Mini does all kinds of damage. 44 minimum per bullet. It's a very strong individual weapon for 5.56 ammunition. Samurai banking off here, finds Envy in the corner, but he's got to be careful because if you give Caden a target, he'll happily accept the challenge. He's got the M24 in his hand as well, so he's got to be careful with that 8 times kicking around.
Wow. Incredible shots from Samurai right now, but somehow Czech Shooter's still standing. Now he's proning behind the tree, just barely safe. Will be going for the first hit there. And Samurai still spots just one pixel out of one enemy there. Goes for the shot. Not going to be connected to that one there. Reply coming in from Envy, though. Let's see if they lose any HP.
How a team that had the compound and all the time in the world now has the least amount of time in the world. The Venerator has gone down. He's been picked up across map. So he gets dinked and he gets dropped. His fate has been sealed. Caden banking on that Def Alert as well. He still knows there's one player hiding behind this tree. And there's still a mass murder going down. And look at this. It's the wall at the moment. It's doing so much damage. How many boxes are here? I mean, honestly, it's just turned into a complete nightmare. I think we've lost 3 teams over on this really tiny area, so to speak. And when we go the other way, we've still got EG chilling in the bunker. We've still got Totality just outside of the north side.
And Team Blank coming in right now inside the blue. Jambawe making a move for it. There she blows. Smitty not going to be having that one. For
Easy
too
kill.
long. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and his nipples in the breezy, perhaps it seems.
No.
Hey, what? No chance for that to happen. Are you joking me, Smitty? Please go for the first aid kit as fast as you can. Wow. He was so overconfident. He was like, yeah, there's no chance this is happening. Boom.
Oh, imagine if that had killed him. How pissed would you have been?
I don't know, man.
Imagine, I'd have uninstalled.
I just want to see 4 heads in the chat. That's all I want right now. It's literally the only thing that I want.
Oh, God.
All right,
That's
here
amazing.
come the Hollywood Hammers. Silky Meat already has a safe place to work with here. He kind of knows as Watts is underneath him. He definitely heard them play from that. But they're not exactly in the circle on that bunker. So they're going to have to try and make their way eastwards. But as they do, it's an open area. So Because Watts can play this one slow, and even if the player the zone is restricting, does he know that someone is above him?
Yes.
He does check the angles. He does
Now the
take it
shots
slow.
are coming. He's got some sort of information because they're going to be working together. They're going to be communicating and talking. He's hard peeking this one. I think he's got the AKM. I didn't quite see. But again, they do have the side of that wall, but the bullet comes through. It finds its target. That's going to be a headshot. The GLL does its job, pings him, knocks one. And now they can sit back and use it as bait and happily accept a free kill. There we go. See you later. Watts. One person, I think, from EG still remains, creeping around and being a sneaky beaver. He may have just dropped as well. Andrea Rectu takes out Totality. It's going to be Smithy's end life. Oh, yes, it is. It's
Just
actually
Nomi.
Nomi. So Nomi's just in his little Nomi shack here.
Yeah, there you go. Gnome at the wall. Silky Meat coming up, creeping in from behind, but he's taking a lot of damage, and I'm not too sure where it's coming. He's actually coming from the western area.
Do they know he's in here, surely?
Yeah, it is coming in from Epix, I think. I'm sorry, from Azimuth Lobby. Or like Anthrax Lobby, because they're lethal. Get it? That wasn't high quality, I know, but you gotta shoot. If it doesn't hit,
Let's take a quick look at the map. I just want to see where these teams are. Oh, wow. Okay, so
quite far. And that's an
all
open
of-
area.
That's all of Azamat. They've all got to run towards. They're just going to be completely mowed down now. Oh, that's a bullet coming in. Finds its target. Just hit. The noise it makes when it hits the body, just like, oh, yep, definitely.
instant
Nomi actually
PTSD.
comes out. So Nomi manages to at least knock one before he goes down. But, again, he's a solo, so the instant headshot from the 16 finds a target. EG are gone. They're eliminated from the competition. Now, this play here, Havoki, running towards this play. Me personally, I think it would be better off to rotate up into the high ground, take the bushes.
Yeah.
They have this entire tree line just on the opposing side of the road. They could
do.
sit there and just drill down from up high.
Absolutely. And this is actually coming in very good for the Hollywood Hammers, who would get a chance to get a res on their fallen teammate. Now, they don't go for it at the moment. They're still waiting to see how this battle pans out there. And Andrea Rectu, in the meantime, getting knocked out. That's not going to make things any kind of easier for their own team. Azimuth Lobby, because lost 31 members. Shots rated in for the other ones, but they're not connecting just as good. That fence does a good job in the defense segment. Havoki, though, will be going with the dodge. They're trying to make his way inside the circle. This is a smart play. Finally, they're using that little ridge to their advantage, but they're going to be going straight into another squad. The Hollywood Hammers are going to be up and ready. Silky Meat will get a res as well. But look at this beautiful defense that they have with those dodges. They might just be able to find Hollywood Hammers and bring them to nothing. Let's see if it does occur. The first one falls, but Havoki is going to be returned.
Yeah, and then Alex on Fire has also been drilled himself. You can see that. Down he goes, so now there's only one left. It's going to be Reaper of points. Can he be the savior that they need? Me personally, I wouldn't be peeking. You've got to let your teammates die at this point. It's all on you, my friend. If you die,
That's a ballsy move, man.
this really,
guy,
I wouldn't do this.
he's got brass.
I'm going to say it now. I think this is an amazing play if it pays off, but it is a challenge. I suppose he can take bullets, though. He does have at least level 3, and they're all full as well. Look at his team. It's like, me next. Thank you.
Waiting
Well,
patiently at the doctors. It's just Samurai actually
the
available
savior.
on the north end and Caliban on the other side. So it's going to be 2 guys versus 2, but versus 3 at the moment. So
the Dream Ender is Caliban.
if he
Because
comes
of-
in late.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because of where he is. Shadow peeks out.
Yeah, no
This will give
idea
them
actually about
information.
Caliburn. He's coming in from the back flank as well. Let's have a look at Caliburn. Let's see how he approaches this one. I'm not too sure if they're going to be spotting him. Caliburn is
Oh,
going to be
imagine
making
if
his
he
move.
does this. Imagine.
30 seconds left, so he's got time to push this one through. His teammate could just cause a bit of a fire from the northern side. Just try and distract them, but that
Oh,
need.
no.
It is definitely not close enough. Let's see if it was going to be panning out good. Dodgy is going to be brought all the way around. And they're going to be leaving the spot there just in good time. 2 players left right now. It's going to be a 2v2 situation. Caliburn needs to make a move for it. And he's really, really hard pressed because he's out in the open and shots are raining against him. And there she's going to go. Reaper of points coming in with a good frag there. Alex on Fire is going to be closing that one as well. And what can we say about this? What can we say about Quick Math, who come through with the victory?
8 kills as well in the bag. Caliburn, unfortunately, the dream was real. I genuinely thought then that he was going to get that kill and it was going to pay off. But, as you say, just out in the open with not really much to do, been able to kind of play the deflate a little bit with the peak. Did get the kill, kind of put the nail in the coffin there. Number 1 spot. Coming out on top, moving down through 3rd. 6 kills in the bag. 1 kill for EG down in 4th, but still making it up. I don't think it's going to make a difference, unfortunately, for them. Envious, Caden, 2 in the bag, 5th place. So,
It's going to be all she wrote, I guess, for the top 5.
I think so. I think it looks kind of pretty much locked from where we left it last time. However, with C9 going down early, things may have changed up a little bit. Dignitas obviously went down a little bit earlier than anticipated, but again, they had that bit of a buffer to kind of bank off. Honestly, it's kind of still anyone's game, really.
It is. It is.
I'm quite excited.
That's how the points work for this one, for GLL. Once again, it's a very, very rewarding system for aggressive teams, for teams that actually go for frags. And there you go. That game left me scoped.
I like the messed up.
Did you like it? Yeah. Should I do it again?
Go back to it. There we go.
It's GLL. You got to do it. You got to do it for the
It's good. It's late, but we're having
Seems
fun, and
good
that's what
for
it's all about, because obviously there's a lot on the line here. We've got a lot of prizes to hand out for tomorrow. We've got the helmets. We've got all the in-game items. There's going to be the announcements of Season 1. Yeah. This is still in the preseason for 2017.
Some juicy stuff in there.
It's the fact that tomorrow is a best of 7. It's the fact that if you have a really, really bad, even 2 games, you can still keep going. You can still keep banking, and this is kind of what we've seen when we look at best of 3s, best of 4s in the past. Like a best of 3, for instance. If you have a really bad game, you've got to have 2 blinding games to really keep up with the rest of the teams there. But with the best of 7, it is going to show who, and that's kind of one of the things that I really liked at IEM. It did kind of show, I know it was across 2 days, but it gave a very good indication of who was the better team.
Exactly. Of who actually wins based on their pure skill, right? Yeah, that's a very good point.
Keeping consistent in this game isn't easy.
And here's one more juicy bit. Teams usually scrim, they've got their private, I don't know if you know, but they've got a private Discord that they use. Do you know? And they usually play games every day. They have their championships as well. They don't play that many games in a row. 7 games, 7 matches in the scrims. They play 3, they play 5 some days. It depends what day and how much time all the teams have. 7 matches is going to be quite an effort for them. So it's not going to be just down to the most amazing teams, but it's also going to be down to the most enduring teams. Like, endurance is going to be definitely a factor into this, because this is not matchmaking. You see professional streamers, let's say Ibiza, right? He streams for the whole day. It's going to be streaming the whole day matches. That's different. That's matchmaking. He can defocus. He can take some time off. But when you got 7 matches and just 10 minutes in between, you really got to know how to go.
Do you know what's really different for the North American teams? Because their scrimming's a little bit, compared to EU, it's a little bit lackluster, I've been informed at times. So to be able to come into this, like the amount of time that EU put, that was
sick.
That was a banging grenade. It just completely launches him. And this is one of the
This is where he doesn't get to nail the car.
Questionable plays of the event, I have to say.
Well,
I mean, generally we just kind of we'll just let it do it. The talking for itself, because it was. Poor Wolf.
I don't even know what he was doing at that bridge. Like, I get the camping, but you kind of have to have better guns than an M16, and that's about it.
Boom's a damn good player. You give him an inch, the man will happily take him out. We've seen him in action at various events now, IEM and Gamescom.
Oh, look at this name. Walter.
This was you one with
Walter
the
White.
Fishing.
Walter has turned white when he
Hello
saw that name.
and goodbye.
Boom. That's such like British humor. Just boop. Stop. Dead.
Grenades are so deadly, though, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Oh, of course, it was Caliburn who...
With the disrespect.
Really, yeah. I mean, to do it to...
Really to stick it in
Chappie as well.
Who's such a nice guy.
He really is. He's a banging bloke. I'm a big fan.
I don't know how this flash actually did not work. I'm not too sure what happened there, but it looks like Borg was so confident. Look at him pushing in there. He's like, yep, he's going to be flashed. I'm pushing in there. It's all going to be easy peasy. Boom.
Am I right in thinking the 66... the shotguns are... Oh, God. How did he not die? Can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that he got so lucky and didn't die?
Oh, moment of silence, please, for Smitty. That's enough. He doesn't really.
Is it really bad that I actually wanted to see him die? I'm sorry. Oh, look, we're actually good with that. Crew, why put him through this for a third? Feels replay, man.
Feels replay, man.
Oh God. Kind of. Yeah. It's been good. We'll obviously bring you the final scores up. Only 4 teams can make it through tomorrow. They go through and they advance to an 18-team event. Straight across. Best of 7.
14 already arranged.
Yep, 14 are already there. We're just waiting for these final 4. And when they get there, again, best of 7. Forzan's going to be here. We got Season 1 announcements. We got prizes to hand out. It's just going to be a really good day. Make sure you guys are tuning in. Obviously, you got all the new stuff we've been showing off as well. You can go into the secondary stream. It's not even a secondary stream. It's a dual stream. Bring it up on a secondary monitor. Then you constantly have the map at all times, so you can see how these teams are rotating, who's making the moves, and generally what we're speaking about as well. It kind of helps when you can see, okay, you might be focusing on here, and you guys at home get a feel to where these teams drop.
Yeah, because most of the viewers, right, coming in there that want to watch their favorite team, and PUBG is such a nitpicky game, so many people on the server that you're always going to be missing out on action, and you're always going to be like salty a little bit that your team wasn't shown whilst they got killed or whilst they got kills. So this secondary stream does a great deal of good, because even if you don't see the POV of your favorite stream, you at least team, you at least get to see them from up top and see where they're coming in from. You can watch their story and follow their story as they approach the final circles. So that for you is, that much more useful.
Just imagine you're playing the very old school GTAs.
Top-down GTAs.
Do you remember them?
Yeah.
Back
Well, that's
in
a
the
good reference, actually, because of the bullet, the new bullet.
Do you remember?
Yeah. Yes, I do, yeah.
Do you ever remember the...
I grew up with those.
Oh, it was so good, wasn't it? Just the square cars.
And just
They were terrible, weren't they?
at that time, actually being able to kill people just like that was such a
Different.
different kind. No, like people would cringe when they would see that. Like mums went erratic.
Oh,
if
I
you remember
wasn't.
at the time.
Yeah, I wasn't. I don't think I was allowed it, but I've played it at a friend's house quite a lot.
Yeah,
I don't
gaming was
think he
very
was
different
allowed
back
it.
then. Yeah,
Gaming was rough.
you
back
had
in
a
the day.
ball and you would throw it back and forth, and that would be it.
I never did that. Have you not seen this body? I never played any sports whatsoever. I was 100%
Talking about
in
Pong.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have said though. I wouldn't have said it regardless.
I didn't play Pong. Anyway, squads coming soon. Don't worry about it. We just keep going through with this one. Just a bit of general banner.
Let's talk about you're trying to discuss, or you were thinking about discussing about the current splits, the current teams that are disbanding. What team?
Oh yeah, we've actually got them noted down. So kind of some of the things that we're talking about. Obviously, No Loot Gaming, which is it's a good set of individual players.
It is, yeah.
So really, outsiders and butts are.
But it gets to show you that individual play isn't necessarily what PUBG is made of, right?
Which kind of,
Team play
for
is
me,
powerful.
is what I think. And we no disrespect here. This is just us having a general conversation because it's the bigger story of the scene at the moment. But I kind of feel this is what is happening with Hades on Liquid. It's something's clearly not working on that team.
Yeah.
So they're saying, okay, we need to make a change. They're clearly all very, very good friends.
Yeah.
And Hayes, I highly respect the man. I have a lot of. He's a really, really good guy, and he's a great individual player.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't translate into.
Do
the team.
Liquid need that?
Yeah.
Maybe Liquid needs something else because they've got two stupidly good snipers in the form of Ollie and Malman. Like stupid. And then you've got Scoom, who's kind of the both top fragger, and I would say IGL as well. And then you've got Hayes, this overall guy who would just kind of bring everything together.
Supportish, kind of, yeah.
Do they need another top fragger? Do they need a Slayer? Do they need I don't know. It's not necessarily an objective player, but yeah, obviously you have to make a change, and I think this is what we're going to see. Which I think is for a young scene, it's healthy as well to have a load of team change, because as well we also have, even though they're playing tomorrow, Theater of Mayhem.
Yeah,
Avenger.
that's for a different reason though. Yeah,
I hate Avenger.
I'm sure Avenger loves you back.
He's one of my very good friends. Martin is very tall.
He's solid,
never.
He is solid.
He is so soft, and he's
solid.
a big lad, but he's soft. Now,
and mushy.
I think
I hate the fact that they were breaking up. To be honest,
it's upsetting.
I know that Cud and X-Chris are going to keep on playing together,
which is good.
But Pony and Avenger are
dumb.
Yeah, they will try as free agents to find their way through, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to have a hard time into it because both of them are just legends at the game.
I mean, Avengers just gone off on one DreamHack. Simple as that.
There you go.
Job done.
That shows you the prowess of that player right there. You go.
Well, we've got some stats to show you. You don't have to hear us waffling on anymore. So let's bring them up and show you guys how things are going to be panning down. This, of course, was match number 5. 1 + 1 = 248. Quick math. There you go. At the top of the board, Hollywood Hammers coming hard. 225. Azimuth, 159. Evil Geniuses, finally, but it might be a little bit too late. 105 points, 4th place. Space Station, 105. 6-team Envious, and that's going to be the very last team that hits triple digits. Everyone else, 90 and below. NIP. Oh, that's upsetting,
0.
man.
Nada.
That is really, really upsetting to see.
Yeah.
So,
life.
There you go then. C9, unfortunately, with a 12th place finish. A little bit rough for them. They could have done with a better game to bump them up.
No, but as well, surprisingly, and on a bad path as well. 13th place with only 20 points. That's not going to give them anything good.
They all died in the vehicle. They were all moved together at the end.
Yeah.
Which is rather annoying because you saw them. They kind of had a lot of room. But here we go then. So, Your top 4 in order. Quick math after an absolutely blinding final game 5 coming top. 683 points.
Wow.
Number 2, Azimuth, 635 points. Dignitas scrape in 590 points. And then final team that will be joining us tomorrow in the grand final is going to be Team Envious. 550 points. Funnily enough, all 4 of those, a minimum just around 100 clear of anybody else.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Envious sets 90 points or 91 points difference from the other ones. And they're going to be the ones that are going to be joining these teams tomorrow as well. And this is the updated roster, I suppose, for tomorrow's matches. just having a look at that beauty.
Just take a minute.
I'm going to print this tonight, put it up in my hotel room, and just stare at it.
It's good.
It is.
I mean, Phase,
Beautiful.
Ghost, Liquid, AAA, Dig, Kinguin, Blank have had a belting game. It's that's an interesting question though. Is how will Theatre of Mayhem and how will Liquid will there be any? Do you think they'll just say let's go out with a bang, so to speak, and really do this one?
I think they can still play.
Yeah.
Because for them, it's not only about the fact. Well, okay, they know they're losing at least one member, or in the case of TOM, pretty much everyone. But for them, for their own not image, let's say that professional image, it would be good to actually be serious about the game, and they kind of know this as well. They're not going to be treating this as some sort of a joke. They know that there's their own reputation in the middle, plus the prizes, of course, plus the chance to be in the next GLL, which is going to be juicy. So yeah, I think they're going to be quite serious about the games. Pretty much not like us.
We are serious. We're having a bit of fun. Yeah. We're having a bit of banter, but I tell you what, there is a lot on the line because, again, as you mentioned, there is a lot to talk about tomorrow. Best of 7 series, prizes, you name it. GLL Season 1. But I think for now, we've had a good day.
Yeah.
The best of 5 is over. It's been a long day. It's been a travel day. Tomorrow we'll come back refreshed, and we come back with 18 new teams.
Oh yeah.
We're going to throw them out of the play. We're going to go down to Erigal.
The test servers, if you still want to try the new map, are going to be closing tomorrow at 10, I do believe, CEST. So jump into it now.
I have 3 weeks off work. Do I not get...
No. They're going to be back on the 20th when the game gets launched.
I want Miramar now.
I want Miramar.
I want it now.
Good night.
Guys, see y'all tomorrow. Take it easy.